We are live, we are streaming. Let me just check on my phone if everything is okay. Just testing, guys. Phone, if everything is okay. Good.
Yes, we're on.
We are on live, guys. Yeah. Just a minute. Let me just mention everybody here, and then we can get started. So guys, we are live with Farida. We are going to have a proper interview with her, and we will not hold back anything. And guys, you will also have the chance to ask her questions at the end of the live. But let me just check everything here. And yes, guys, I'm so happy that you are all here. I will not be seeing your messages. I will not be checking anything. We'll just go directly in for asking Farida questions. Okay, and at the end of the interview, you guys also will have a chance to ask Farida. So welcome, Farida. I hope UK is good. How is everything on your side?
Thank you, Brother Samir, for inviting me on. The UK, yes, we always talk about the weather in the UK. Yeah, the British summer. It's not been very kind to us this year. We've had lots of rain.
Okay. Which is, I mean, here also it's the same kind of thing. It's like crazy. It's like crazy raining, and it is cold. And in Kenya, it gets really bad when the weather is like very cold. But not like, I know, not like UK. My sister also stays in US, and when she says about -30, -40, then there is nothing compared to here. Here we cry when it is 14 degrees. Anyway.
Yeah, your winter is probably our summer.
Yeah, probably. Okay. So let's go into, these questions which I have prepared for you. And I want you to answer them very transparent, very honestly, however you felt, and what you went through until, and Alhamdulillah, now you've achieved the $9,800. Okay. So maybe you can share a bit about your journey before you started working with me. What were some of the challenges you are facing, especially in actually selling your coaching sessions?
Okay, as a newly qualified coach in 2021, and then launching my business in inverted commas, something, I don't even call it a business, but just going out online. I quickly realized that the coaching side wasn't the actual, the coaching side didn't really bother me, in the sense that I was confident with my coaching ability, with my skills. And what I soon realized that I'm going to have to wear different hats in terms of business and marketing, things that I have never, ever done. And I started, like probably everybody else, searching social media, hanging around with people, seeing what other people are doing, seeing what successful people are doing. And I quickly realized that there are different layers as well on social media. So you've got the high, big gurus at the top, and then you've got different kind of layers, and everybody's at a different stage, a different journey in their life. So, like I said, I soon realized that I need to start learning about business and marketing. I wasn't in a rush. I put myself out there, and I started to do one-to-one sessions, groups of 6, charging £97 UK pounds for one session. So not even thinking about a program, nothing like that, the whole transformation, everything that everybody talks about. And I just focused on those blocks of 6 and trying to work with women who I thought I could help. I knew there was a lot of work to be done there. And I'll be honest, I'm glad I did that initially because it built up my confidence with my coaching skills. It meant that I got more experience, I got more testimonials, I got to meet different women, and I started to network a lot more. But it wasn't the networking that was generating the monthly revenue. It wasn't my one-to-one, group of 6 sessions that was generating that income that I wanted. And I knew that I would have to then go out and seek somebody who could help me. And I only came to that decision early this year because there was a part of last year that thought, you know what, Farida, you can do this by yourself. You don't need anybody else. It's all on social media. You'll be able to learn some techniques, implement them, and you'll be fine. That didn't work. That did not work. And come January this year, I thought, Farida, you are going to have a different year this year than you did last year. Not a clue what was going to happen this year, but in my mind, from January, I cannot have 2023 the same as 2022. So that's where I was pre kind of where we are now, or where I am now.
Amazing, amazing. So guys, just, so that you understand, Farida is a mindset coach. Maybe we have not introduced her like that, but Farida is a mindset coach. She is the person who is go-to if you have issues with your, like a proper inner deep mindset issues, then she's the person who you can be working with. Okay. So anyway, Farida, thank you for that. Now, I know when we met, you are really looking for one-on-one sessions. You are really thinking that, discussing your issues on a group will not be very good and all that stuff. Now, the transition from one-on-one coaching preference, to group coaching, what has been the adjustments that you made, and can you talk about the benefits you found in the group coaching or the community which you have built? What do you feel?
Well, I was, like you say, I was very reluctant with the group coaching group. I'm going to have to share. I'm going to have to be vulnerable. I'm going to have to put my hand up and say, do you know what? I don't quite understand this. And that I'm absolutely fine with. But I thought, am I going to be in that safe group? What are the others going to be like? Because for me, I like to get to know people before I start to put my hand up, before I start to show my vulnerability and show my weaknesses and show the fact that, yes, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, basically, in the business sense. I do have a clue, but in the, if you strip it all back and just sit there and think, do you know what, I am going to have to be really vulnerable in front of everybody. That kind of held me back initially. And I was like, nah, group coaching isn't for me, And I kept telling myself the same thing. And then I actually thought and flipped it. And I thought, all right, Farida, what are the benefits? What can the potential benefits be from group coaching rather than a one-to-one? That one-to-one, yeah, I get, I'll have a business coach, we'll work one-to-one, and that's what it'll be. What am I going to get from the group coaching? And I thought, you know what, there's so much here. And I actually wrote a list and I started to have a look and see what the benefits were. And it was connections, it was getting to know others. They will have the same challenges as I do. I'll have some strengths. My weaknesses may be their strengths. And we can really bounce ideas off, but cheer each other on as well. Because I think there is a difference when you're actually working together, cheering each other on, feeling each other's pain, feeling each other's amazing achievements, to then sharing it out onto social media. I think there is a big difference. because we do actually appreciate the kind of the blood, sweat and tears that happens between us in a group environment. And it's such, we have fun at the same time. And it's just absolutely amazing. And I do feel, and it probably sounds a little bit cliche, but it does feel like a little family unit. It really does. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. There was, you know, I had nothing to worry about, basically. Nothing to worry about. And I'd do it all over again.
Amazing, amazing. That's amazing, you know. And I remember, like you are saying, Samir, you know, group coaching, it's not something which, because I did not have a spot that time for one-on-one coaching. And I had to push you for the group coaching, which, I'm glad that, you know, you became the part of the family, and with all of us, you know, the way we are, it's crazy. I also feel the same, you know, the way you say, like it's family union. I don't feel it different like that.
Mm.
Okay. Anyway, during our time working together, what were the key mindset shifts that played a significant role in the success of like generating $9,800 in just 3 months? Now, when I say in just 3 months is working with me, but actually you did this in 2 months, 9,800. One was just to like focus on the strategies and all that stuff, and then on the after the second months, all these results came, right? So according to you, like, what is it that really shifted in your mind from charging 67 per 97 per session for 6 sessions? Now I think currently you are even charging more than that, like crazy good figures, and you are still able to be able to attract those people who are coming in and working with you. So what is it that you can share with
I think
us?
for me, you know, working with you, I wasn't afraid to say, look, you know, I've got a program and it's, you know, this is what I'm going to charge. That's not what I was afraid of. But I just didn't know how to then get that out, which then stopped me. So I didn't know how to share that. I didn't know how to share my program. I didn't know how to come across on social media for the kind of the business side of it, for the, you know, I'm not talking about how people get to know us on a personal level, but I'm talking more about our services, so my services. So the mindset shifts for me were huge. And like I said, I didn't think I had any money blocks, you know. But when it came to the actual first few sessions and we did the mindset work, and then it was like, right, Farida, I want to have a look at your program. I really put myself into it. And I didn't even think of the monetary value. I actually just thought, right, Farida, who are you going to serve? So I did the work that obviously that you set out. And who am I going to serve? You know, who are my audience? What do they want to hear? What do they want to see? And then I started mapping out a program. And when I looked at it, I thought, this looks fantastic. That was a huge shift for me because I didn't then attach, right, okay, this is how much it's worth. This is how much I'm going to be charging. That was a huge shift for me. And the other shift is, and it is to do with, there were 3 shifts. The other one was self-belief. I work with women on mindset and self-belief. I have a huge level of self-belief, and that's how I've got as far as I have, not just in the coaching world, but in my previous career as well. But I still wanted somebody else who is not in my circle to say, Farida, you've got this, you can do this. Somebody else, and that somebody else was you. I'll be honest. It was that kind of, well, I believe in myself, but this guy who's a complete stranger believes in me. And that was a huge mindset shift as well. Honest, it was absolutely huge. It really was. And the third one was, I don't invest in myself. How do I expect my clients to invest in me? And that I realized probably in the 4th week of our coaching program. And that's when it hit me. And I thought, Farida, if you're not investing in yourself, how did you ever expect clients to invest in you? So I've had 3 massive shifts, massive. When I think about kind of pre-April, you know, from January to April, it seems so kind of not dull, but like I was on some sort of, you know, in a slow car. But now I feel like I've just moved, I've just shifted, things have just started to shift. But yeah, those are the 3 biggest mindset shifts that I've had.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so could you share a specific breakthrough moment or a realization that had a major impact, especially approaching and selling your coaching service?
Well, when you're on a group coaching and, you know, you've got your coach saying, yes, you know, you can have conversations like this and, you know, you can sell your program, you know, whilst you're having a conversation. And I'm thinking still in the back of my mind, there was probably 1% thinking, really? The other percent, the 99% was there thinking, like, you know, my coach is teaching me X, Y, and Z. He's doing it. Yes, you know, that he's teaching us the strategy. I can do it and I will do it. But there was that 1% in the back of my mind thinking, how can you close a deal when you're actually talking to somebody on the one call? And it happened. And when it actually happened, after I ended the call, I just pressed close on my laptop and I just put the laptop down and I just sat there and I thought, I can't believe that actually happened.
I see.
That is a huge breakthrough. That is a huge breakthrough. I mean, it has to be the biggest one for me.
You mean collecting money on the call itself?
Yeah, but not knowing that client, it's not like I've been nurturing them since I've been online since 2021, because I do a lot of networking and I do meet a lot of people and I have lots of conversations and, you know, you can see from my personal posts, I do have a lot of engagement, but this particular client was only in my space for about 2 to 3 months. She didn't really know me and I didn't really know her. And we kind of went on the call slightly blind. So we'd had some conversation in the DMs, but it wasn't to the point where, oh, you know, she may be interested. We just went on. But as soon as I started talking, she said to me, you are exactly what I've been looking for. How much are your services? I had no hesitation. And she says, right, I'm in.
Amazing, amazing. Okay. So, you know, when we talked on our call, you told me that time is the biggest problem because you had a lot of things you're doing. So time management can really be a hurdle. Okay. And when juggling multiple tasks, like you, as you told me, you know what you're doing and all that stuff, you had a lot going on. How did you prioritize and manage your time effectively to ensure that your coaching business actually thrived?
Well, first of all, I actually looked at what I didn't need to do. So instead of trying to fit everything in, you know, what do I not need to do? What do I not need? What is a priority? And I started to remove things which I don't necessarily needed to do. And I thought, if I want my coaching business to be successful and I want it to really work and it's going to be my main source of income, then that's how I need to treat it. I need to give it the love, care, and attention that it deserves. With that, discipline as well. So I started to change things around. you know, prioritize my other activities, which may not be related to business, but home, children, family, other dependents. And I thought, right, this is how I'm going to commit my time to my business, which made me feel really excited, because before it was just a stab in the dark with what I was doing, but now I had a proper structure to work with, knowing that this structure is going to give me the results as well. But for me, it comes down to discipline. I think if you really, really, really want something, you will carve out that time and you will put the hours in. You will find a way without it affecting everything else in your life as well. But it's really important to remove things that don't serve you, that you don't need to do. And that's what I did. So now every day I know exactly what I need to do for my business where I didn't know before. So it is
Amazing. So, according to you, you feel that, the accountability and the structure really helped you, like somebody's on top of you, holding
Yes,
you accountable for what you're
yeah.
doing. And
I've been looking for an accountability partner for a long time. And I was in a group where about a group of 4 of us, and we were holding each other accountable. But for me, it wasn't
okay.
strong enough. It wasn't the fact that, why hasn't this been done? What came up taught me through it. That's what I needed, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I got. That's what I got.
Sorry, I did not get you. You are in the group of these 4 people. You are still there?
Previously.
Ah,
And I left that group because it wasn't as, I want the accountability where, somebody is going to say, right, you've been tasked to do this. What happened? What went wrong? What do you need help with? Because it's then that you can share your vulnerabilities again and say, look, I wasn't quite sure. And you've got somebody who's been there, done that, to say, Farida, I think you should have done it this way, or maybe you can try this.
So that one you got from our coaching, I believe.
That's what I get, because with that comes with growth. With growth, you're out of your comfort zone. You start to push forward. You get even more confident, not just as a person, but that shines through in your business as well. That shines through with my clients as well. So it affects you in all areas of your life.
Amazing, amazing. So, sometimes it happens that imposter syndrome comes in and holds people back. Okay. How did you push through this kind of moments when you are feeling that imposter syndrome, which I also sometimes do. Sometimes I am being honest here, and my coach is there to push me. But what made you come through these moments and of self-doubt and then continue taking action?
I'll be totally honest. When it comes to imposter syndrome, it's probably the least of my concerns, the least of my challenges. Very rarely does it come up for me. Very rarely. It did initially in the early days. And because for me, I was in a very high position when I worked in the NHS. I was in the corporate level for such a long time. And when I left the NHS, when I look at it now, and I started in this space, in the online and the coaching, I had to start right down at the bottom again. And I knew I had to work and work my way to where I feel comfortable, where my growth, and I start to grow. So in the initial days, I did feel that imposter syndrome because I was looking at everybody else. And then it was like, well, can I really do it? Who am I? Am I really a coach? I've not coached like hundreds of women. Can I really call myself a coach even though I'm qualified? And I kept saying to myself, do you know what? Everybody starts at the bottom. Everybody, no matter how successful people are, everybody has started off at the bottom. Nobody started up there. And I kept reminding myself. And there's something else that I still share with my clients is just staying in your own lane. So when you're driving, and you stay in your own lane, that's where you should be, and that's where you're meant to be. There may be somebody slow going in that lane, but you look at them and that's fine. There may be somebody in that lane who's just speeding past you. That's fine. You don't have to jump in that lane and follow them. It's okay to observe, to see what people are doing, but stay in your own lane and do what you need to do for your journey. And that has served really, really well, because there were a few moments of in the early days.
Okay. Like compare yourself to yourself, not with anybody else.
Yeah, because it's easily done, isn't it? Especially on social media.
Okay. So looking back, what would you say that were the top 3, strategies that you used, okay, and you learned from our coaching that really gave you the significant difference in your results? What is it, these 3 top things that you implemented, you started working on when you started becoming, when you started you joined our program?
For me, one of them was actually value commenting. For me, that was a biggie, because I did comment on posts. I did comment on other people's posts, but it would be something that wasn't significant. It didn't have much meaning to it. I didn't put my own stamp on it. Some of that was self-doubt initially, have I got the experience and knowledge to be able to share it for everybody to read on social media? People will say, well, who's she? She's only just started. But during the program, that's one of the strategies that I started to implement. And the more I started to add value with my comments, the more I felt confident, and the more I started to express myself and my experience and my authority. And when I mean value commenting, it isn't just kind of in random groups. So that's the other. It's actually knowing where your ideal client is hanging out and going into those groups and actually adding that value. The third one is then actually nurturing and taking that conversation and then having the ability to have it in a direct message in Messenger. I never used Messenger as a tool. In fact, it used to annoy me when people used to message me in there, because I think, what do they want? I didn't want to come across like that, but I didn't know how to come across either. Because I think when you've had a lot of bad experiences with Messenger and people are just randomly cold spamming you, you think, do you know what? You've repeated this message so many times, I can clearly see it. And then you do hear some people say, oh, you shouldn't direct message, it's not good, Messenger's not good. I kind of dismissed it. But you've put Messenger on a different level for me. I now actually use Messenger as a tool to have those conversations, but knowing what to say, how to come across more than anything, how to be me with my words in Messenger, to be able to make those connections as well. So those are the top 3.
Conversations. Basically, conversations is something which really changed the whole game.
Yeah, huge, because I can easily walk into a room and it doesn't bother me, and I can have a conversation with 100 women. It really doesn't bother me. And I love being with people in a room. But when it came to the online space, I felt that I put a block in front of me. It was like an invisible screen. And I didn't necessarily know how to have those conversations without offending somebody as well. So it is those different types, different stages of conversations that I've learned that I don't really think about now. They just come automatically.
Amazing. Okay. So, what will you advise, like, to coaches who are hesitant, or to business owners who are hesitant to maybe join a coaching, or a coaching, especially if it's a group coaching? What will you advise them?
I think if you were anything like me and at that stage of your business, or you are making lots of money, but you want to make more and you think that you've got this, but instead of sitting on the fence with one leg over there and one leg over there, you're literally sitting on the fence. Just think to yourself, if I don't move one of my legs over to the other side, what's going to change for me? So if I look at my business and I don't invest and go, invest in a group coaching program, invest in a coach, what are my next 3 months going to look like? And why haven't I already done it? That's the other thing, because that's what I said to myself. Farida thought that she could do it. So come April, and I hadn't invested. Why, 4 months have passed by. Why haven't I already done it? And there's a big reason why I hadn't done it, because I needed somebody's expertise. I needed somebody to show me, to teach me, to guide me, to hold me accountable. So I think if you really want to move your business forward, don't sit on the fence. Don't overthink it either. And you know what? You're going to have fun, and there's going to be that excitement and that passion and that discipline, the things that you really need to help you move your business forward. Your coach is there to help you and guide you. It is still your business. So don't sit on the bench. The more you sit on the fence, you're going to stay there. And the more everybody else is moving, and that will create more imposter syndrome. You don't want to do that. And you don't want another 6 months to go by where at the end of the year, you're thinking, I had the same year as last year, this isn't working. But if you don't make those decisions, nothing's going to work.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Like, I just think like this, that every month that passes, that you are not making the money which you could be potentially making, actually you're losing that money. This is not my words. This is Myron Golden who explained this in details. He said the years that you're not making $100,000 are the years that you're losing $100,000. Something like that, he said, Myron Golden. So it makes a lot of sense. If you could be making $3,000 a month and you're not making it, and you're not making it. So basically, you as a human being, you'll think like, I lost nothing, but actually you lost $3,000, because that is the potential you had of making and you did not make it. What do you think?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
That's been another eye opener, because I remember when you said that, and I wrote it out in big bold letters just to remind me. But yeah, completely agree. They're wasted opportunities, aren't they? They're wasted opportunities, and you don't want to waste.
It's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, you don't want to waste any opportunity.
So it's a wasted opportunity. Now, let me ask you a question, Farida. $9,000, $9,800 is not something which you had thought about making in 2 months, correct? Yeah. So how has this affected your life? Like, moving forward, what are your goals? What are you doing to, appreciate this value, this money? What is it that has happened in your life? Maybe you can share with us if you don't mind.
It's brought a whole new, I don't know, it's like brought a whole new excitement. I feel like there's actual a value. I know there's a value in coaching. I know it's about the transformation, but it's the actual value that, clients do want to pay me for me to help them. And it's, and it just feels it just feels totally different. I actually feel like now I have a business, whereas before it felt like a bit of an expensive hobby, really. If no matter how good you are, no matter how good you are as a coach, the transformations are absolutely phenomenal. There's no word about it. That's why, that's why I'm a coach. And that's why there's a lot of coaches out there who are working with their clients for the transformation. But if you are not bringing in that revenue, yes, it feels good. You're helping somebody. But if you're not bringing in the revenue, it's not a business. So you can call yourself a coach, but you can't say you've got a coaching business, can you? They're two different things, aren't they?
True.
Two totally different things. The coaching business is very different to being a coach. Yeah.
That makes a
So,
lot of sense.
it has got so much value to me that sometimes I'm struggling to express it in words now. But I do feel like the bottom line is I have got a business. I feel like, yes, Farida, you've got a business. And this is just the beginning. That's the other thing. I used to put a cap on how much I wanted to earn every month. I don't know where that's gone. That went way past. I threw that away. I threw that away months ago. There is no cap. There's no cap.
There is no cap.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no limit. There's
Amazing, amazing. On the battle plan, which we did, I break down to you what you'll be doing and all that stuff, and I showed you how easy it is to, to climb the ladder. Now it makes a lot of sense to you, right?
But at that point, when you were doing it, I think my heart must have stopped a few times because I thought, what's the mate doing? Really? Am I going to be able to? When I look at it now, it looks very doable. It feels real. It feels like a real document. It feels like I'm living and breathing it now.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Those battle sessions help a lot. Don't you think that? They really like break down all the noise and just gives you a proper direction, right?
Yeah, it gives you the focus, doesn't it? Gives you the focus.
Yeah. Okay, so lastly, what are your future aspirations as a mindset coach, and what message would you like to leave your client and aspiring coaches with?
My future aspirations is I do want to continue to grow. I want to continue to serve as many women as I can. But ultimately, I do want to go into the public speaking arena. So I do want to go into public speaking. And I do have a longer term goal where I do want to set up small academies for women to help them build their confidence, help them with their business skills, help them to become financially independent. And this might be for underprivileged women. And that is a long-term goal that I have. And that would be absolutely amazing. I want to say that anybody and everybody who's listening, don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams, and don't think that, you know what, everybody else can do it, I can't do it. I may get there, I may not. Use those really strong, powerful words to yourself. If you're using them with your clients, use those words for yourself as well. Don't use that negative talk. Turn it into a positive. You can do it. You can do it.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm done asking my questions, guys. So if you have any questions, it is your stage. Let me just see if there is anybody who is asking any questions for the first time. I'm looking at this so that I can be able to see. There are people who are here. Amazing. So yeah, smart. Arjun is saying congratulations, Samir and Farida. You've done both well. Content and conversations are crucial, definitely. Fatima Mudle is here also watching. Guys, if you are here, now the stage is yours. Ask Farida any questions. I'll give you another. I can see there are 4 people who are with us here. So if you guys want to ask anything, guys, the stage is yours. And you can guys ask anything you want. Okay. I can see Fatima is here. I can see Manan is here. Manan is live. Guys, give me some love if you have enjoyed this interview. You know, just have the love button going crazy so that I can understand that you are here, you're watching. Okay, if you watch on replay, also, I mean, if you get some questions coming in the replay time, then let us know. We will be happy and to answer you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
happy
I'll give another 2 minutes.
Yeah, if nobody asks now and any questions are put in, I'm happy to go back in and then answer them. But just to say, Samir, when we do these interviews, we don't always realize how far we've come because we don't reflect enough.
Yeah.
Enough. And I think this interview for me personally has highlighted how far I've actually come. And the more I've talked about it today, the more I've realized how much growth there's been.
Exactly. So true. So true.
But we're busy doing the doing. We don't necessarily pause and think,
and
right,
reflect back.
yeah, where was I?
How it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So guys, any questions for Farida? Anything you want to say? I can see 3 people are here. I'm not sure who they are. Maybe you can just give us a thumbs up if you have no questions, and then we can wind up. I'll just give another, what is the time right now? Yeah, another 3 minutes, and then we can wind up. Otherwise, Farida is ready to hit, I think, Farida, $10,000 next 1 week or next 1 month. What is the target?
August. I mean, it's only the 9th of August. That's isn't it? Only the 9th of August. But next month's my birthday, September. So that's gonna be
amazing.
Yes. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's crazy one. Like, I mean, we have set up a goal of 10,000. I mean, you did $9,800 in 2 months. So I believe that in the next 1 month, you can actually do $10,000. Don't you think so?
Yeah,
Now.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And why not? There's no,
Walaikum salam, Arif. Yeah, guys, any questions? We are here. Another 2 minutes, and then we can wind up. Yeah, Farida, what were you saying? Sorry to cut you there.
I'm just saying that, yeah, anything's possible. Like I said, if you would have said that a few months ago, I still would have been like, no, not quite sure. It doesn't happen to me. I can't make this happen. And sometimes it's how we see ourselves as well. You know, like I was saying before, there's a difference between coaching, having a coaching business. When you hear the word business, it can be quite daunting. For somebody who's never run their own business and who's always worked for the government, it's very different, very different. But I've got a lot of skills that I've actually been able to bring into my business. And one of them is resilience. I think I've got a lot of resilience, and you need that for business. You do need.
Absolutely.
Don't you?
Absolutely.
You do need it. You do need it.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of beauty in having your own business, isn't there? There's a flexibility, there's a freedom. Everything that
True.
you don't have if you're working for somebody else as an employee.
Absolutely. Okay, Farida, I don't think there are any questions, so I will not take a lot of your time. I know there is a lot of things which you need to do, so I will just stop the live here. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see you soon.